Okay, just for some background too, this is my case from February 12th and 13th. You can see my son is present during the abuse. This has been reported too, and this is the initial bruise that was left from the 13th. Originally on the 12th I was slapped in the face, which that did happen as well on the 13th, but this is the bruising from that day. This is the initial bruising, maybe about an hour or so after I was hit in the arm, which did kind of cause my arm to be, not very, I could tell even after it healed that it was hard to lift stuff with it for quite a while. But this is the bruising. You can see my son is there. He was about 3 months old then. And then this is the bruising the next day on the 14th from after it had settled a bit. The bruising was left for about 2 weeks. It didn't go away. And, it went from reddish to purple to dark purple until it turned yellow and healed. But it was on my arm for quite some time. And then this is from August 6th, from him choking me while I was holding our son. So the incident that happened here, the incident that had happened here on this day, he also, in February did try to cover my face with a blanket on 2 occasions. The blanket was a winter blanket. It was like a comforter. It was rather thick, which I did report to the police. They told me that it would be hard to prove that as attempted, murder or something, because of the fact that there was no witnesses, which I understand, but I did put that on the police report, and my son was present during that, and I did let them know that on the 12th that I was holding my son 2 of the times that I was slapped in the face. So just for some reference, I really, really don't want to have to share these things with the general public, but I do feel that it's important. These type of things need to be taken seriously. When I finally did, and I hope people who have gone through this report the things more quickly. I kind of let everything, I kept the photos, but I hadn't reported a lot of these cases until much after they had happened. Just out of fear, out of threats to my visa, out of general threats, out of threats that he would make false reports against me. I just think that, when victims finally do, reach out to the police and try to get help, like I try to go to a women's center, that they need to be taken more seriously. When I went to the police station and asked to go to a women's center, or to try to speed up my case, or try to get any kind of help. At first they were very, they seemed more bothered than helpful. When I went to the Sobu police station in Hwasong, they didn't really seem to want to help, or they just seemed like they thought it wasn't an important issue, or the people were busy and didn't want to be bothered. On another occasion when I went to report more previous abuse and give my statement on paper, just because it would be helpful in my divorce case, and I finally wanted to speak out about it, they seemed more bothered than anything, and I was actually told, I want to go home, so come back a different day, or no, don't report it. And to me, I feel that, if you're a person who doesn't want to be in that kind of line of duty, to be a police officer or something like that, you really need to find another job, because those type of jobs, the medical field, police officer, anything like that is to help people. It shouldn't, things like that shouldn't bother you. That should just be something that is the reality of your job, and you should be there to help people going through these things. But I do feel as if I was mocked a lot. People, one of the police officers had, spoken in Korean and laughed about how my translator was old, and they're like, I don't know if he'll do a good job, and they laughed to each other right in front of me when I was there for a serious matter. I'm just very unprofessional, but I, just hope that, people in those lines of duty here treat people reaching out for help a little bit more better than my case was taken. because it kind of makes you doubt yourself. You know, it makes you doubt if what you went through was very serious or not. It makes you doubt if you even stand a chance, especially when children are involved in the case. And it just makes you feel dehumanized in some sense. You know, I know that foreigners in my country, in the U.S., go through this a lot too, I'm sure. But generally, you know, in my generation, we no longer condone it. And we view it as lack of humanity to treat someone like that. So, but if you're going through anything similar, you know, feel free to reach out. I'm, you know, mostly posting this for my case about my son. I don't care too much about the outcome of my abuse cases. I don't expect there to be any significant punishment towards my husband. I don't expect that anybody will really handle the cases with seriousness. That's fine. I really just want to show, you know, what I've gone through and, you know, why I didn't leave earlier and who's telling the truth in the case with my son, and hopefully get my son back. So, you know, we can do better than this. I hope that, you know, police stations here, the court system, you know, they treat not only women but foreigners better, you know, foreign spouses. We're here, we're people just like you. You know, the country keeps wanting to complain that the birth rate is declining, and like it or not, you know, a big majority of the people helping the birth rate right now are foreign spouses, you know, who are here having kids, you know. I do see that a lot of Korean, you know, women don't want to get married, don't want to have children. And you have to take a step back and look at how they're being treated in these family situations and wonder if that might have some part of it, you know, the lack of legal protections or parental rights within a marriage too. Does that have anything to do with it? It almost, you know, would be better for people to be a single parent and know that they can at least protect their child, or the police can intervene when their child's taken, than to be married and go through threats and abuse or potentially their child being withheld. I just feel that the laws and court system are very flawed here. You know, I know back home we have our issues too. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed. But, you know, just treating foreign spouses as humans, you know, treating our kids as humans, you know, not just property to be tossed back and forth. Just some basic human decency and respect. You know, think when you're dealing with someone from another country, try to think of it as, you know, if I was visiting their country and I got in the same situation, how would I want to be treated? So, just putting this out there. This is something, you know, quite vulnerable for me to post. Everyone, you know, online likes to make their life look happy-go-lucky, you know, keep all of the stuff like this hidden. You know, I didn't even tell my family what was going on for quite a long time because I was afraid they would ask me to go back home, or I was afraid they would be, you know, worried about me, or, you know, not know that I'm not having the best time. But really, just, I hope this helps somebody out there, and I hope it makes other people realize to be a bit nicer, you know, care about your neighbors a bit more. These are not, you know, it's 2024, these are not family issues, these are not things that need to be kept in private just to keep other people more comfortable and to keep them from feeling uncomfortable. I've seen a lot of, you know, people in my generation, you know, young Korean women, for example, posting these memes or Instagram reels about how the difference between how Korea deals with domestic violence or sexual assault versus how they deal with the use of illegal substances is quite vastly different. If the if the first thing was met with you know, the same amount of aggression and focus on the issue and the same amount of respect as, you know, the illegal substance issue was met with, then there would probably be a lot more done. I do think people need to start taking this more seriously. But yes, so I left out the photos of my neck injury or my neck bruising that I posted on the other video off of this one, just because it's in a different camera roll and I don't want to accidentally show photos for privacy reasons of my spouse or my in-laws. But feel free to reach out to me on here if you want to contact me on a messaging app or something. If you have a similar case, feel free to message me here and I will get in contact with you. Thank you so much, and again, any kind of support you can show just to get the family court to maybe work on this would be appreciated. Have a great day.